President Donald Trump told reporters he would hold a very positive rally instead of attending the so-boring White House Correspondents' Dinner. Saul Loeb, AFP/Getty Images. White House. True to form, the president used a Wisconsin rally to go after his favorite target. Meanwhile, an unusually staid White House Correspondents' Dinner was underway in D.C. by Nolan D. McCaskill. April 27, 2019, 10:52 p.m. EDT. President Donald Trump was exactly where he wanted to be Saturday night, far away from Washington and the gala of journalists who cover his administration. As the media prepared to gather for an annual glitzy dinner that once brought together the media, the administration and Hollywood, Trump rallied thousands of supporters in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And he wasted little time going after his favorite target, bashing the news media as fakers and calling his press secretary on stage to join him in the flogging. Story continued below. Fake news. They're fake, Trump said during a roughly 90-minute rally. They are fake. They are fakers. The crowd broke into a chant, CNN sucks. CNN sucks. You know what sucks? Trump asked. Their ratings suck because people don't believe them. Back in D.C., an unusually staid rendition of the White House Correspondents' Dinner was getting underway. Instead of a comedian, historian Ron Chernow was summoned to regale the crowd, and journalism awards and scholarships were handed out. Nonetheless, Trump spurned the event again, as he's done since he was elected. He escalated his disdain for the dinner this year, directing administration officials to join him in boycotting it. Trump instead spent the evening surrounded by supporters who put him in the White House. Trump was the first Republican to carry Wisconsin in a general election since 1984, but there are signs the state could turn back blue in 2020. Despite Trump's narrow victory in 2016, Democratic candidates swept the GOP in statewide races last year. Countdown to 2020. The race for 2020 starts now. Stay in the know. Follow our presidential election coverage. By signing up, you agree to receive email newsletters or alerts from Politico. You can unsubscribe at any time. The president also trotted out his press secretary, Sarah Huckabee Sanders, who endured comedian Michelle Wolf's attacks on her at last year's dinner. Last year this night I was at a slightly different event, Sanders said. Not quite the best welcome. So this is an amazing honor. I'm so proud to work for the president. Earlier this month, Trump told reporters he would hold a very positive rally instead of attending the so boring and so negative dinner. Yet on Saturday, that wasn't the case, as the president mocked Democratic primary candidates, invoked a deceased Republican senator over his vote on health care legislation, ridiculed a third-rate actor in Chicago and referred to top government officials as scum. Saturday night, is there any place that's more fun than a Trump rally? The president asked. No, the crowd roared. Trump called out Sleepy Joe Biden, Crazy Bernie Sanders and Pocahontas, his derisive nickname for Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. You look at the candidates, right? I think Pocahontas, she's finished, Trump said. She's out. She's gone. Trump knocked Warren for claiming Native American heritage, joking that it was found that I had more Indian blood in me than she did, and then it was determined that I had none, but I still had more. Trump celebrated recent economic data and promoted the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement on Trade, which has yet to be ratified by Congress. Though the president framed the deal as a win for manufacturers and farmers, he suggested congressional Democrats may prefer to hand him a loss than do something good for the country. He sought to rename the Democratic Party, first to the Democrat Party before settling on the radical left Democrat Party, and called Democrats the party of high taxes, high crime, open borders, late-term abortion, hoaxes and delusions, while the GOP is the party for all Americans. You took back your country with that great election 2.5 years ago. Now you finally have a president who is loyal to you, Trump told supporters. Every day between now and November 2020, we are going to keep on working, we are going to keep on fighting, and we are going to keep on winning, winning, winning. We are going to win. Saturday's rally was sandwiched between national news of a deadly shooting in California and the Correspondents' Dinner. One person died and 3 others were injured in the shooting earlier Saturday at a San Diego area synagogue. The deadly attack came 6 months after a shooting at Tree of Life Synagogue in Pittsburgh, where 11 people were killed, and on the final day of the Jewish holiday Passover. Trump acknowledged the shooting in his remarks, saying the nation's heart is with the victims and praising law enforcement and the off-duty Border Patrol agent who fired at the suspect. Our entire nation mourns the loss of life, prays for the wounded and stands in solidarity with the Jewish community, Trump said. We forcefully condemn the evil of anti-Semitism and hate, which must be defeated. Meanwhile, at the dinner, journalists in Washington were celebrating the First Amendment and awarding scholarships to students. "I don't want to dwell on the president," said Olivier Knox, SiriusXM's chief Washington correspondent and president of the White House Correspondents Association. "It is not his dinner. It is ours, and it should stay ours." This article tagged under, "Missing out on the latest scoops?" Sign up for Politico Playbook and get the latest news, every morning, in your inbox. Show comments. Let's block ads. Why?